Right, we are going live, not yet.
It says we're streaming live on YouTube.
All right, we are live.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Trenton Central High School's alumni chat session. I'm today Crystal Feliciano, and we have a wonderful lineup of Trenton High alumni here to dig into some really deep conversations. They're going to talk about what they're into, what's been going on, and then we're going to talk about what's been happening in the world around them from their perspective. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. I'd like each panelist, as I call your name, please to tell us your first, your last name, where you are currently going to college, where you've graduated from, right? And tell us a little bit about what you currently have going on. We'll start off with Ms. Charlene Richards.
Hi, everyone. My name is Charlene Richards. I'm class of 2020. I graduated from TCHS last year. I currently go to the George Washington University in DC. Currently, right now, I am involved in many school clubs. I am the first year undergraduate senator of the Student Association, and I'm also first year rep of GW College Democrats. So that is what I have going on so far.
All right. Thank you, Charlene, and welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedule to talk with us today. Next up, we have Marcos.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marcos Guerra. I graduated TCHS in 2015. I went to school at the New Jersey Institute of Technology, and I study mechanical engineering. Currently, I'm working in the semiconductor industry, and that's what I'm doing.
Nice, good. Thank you. AC, you're next. AC.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is AC McMillan. I graduated from Trenton Central High School back in 2009, so I'm a little bit more seasoned than everyone else on the call. After Trenton Central High School, I went to Michigan State University, and I graduated in 2013 with a degree in supply chain management. So currently, I have two jobs. My 9-to-5 job is that I'm a senior operations manager with Walmart supply chain. So what that means is that I'm in one of the grocery distribution centers, and I'm responsible for 156 stores in the Southeast region of the United States. So it's a lot of people that I make sure that they have groceries every single day, right? And then my real job is that I started a personal and professional development company called the Elite Standard, and it's focused on just helping people improve and just become elite. So that's a little bit about me.
Nice. Okay, thank you. All right, Victoria, you're up next.
Hi, everyone. I'm Victoria Jimenez. Currently, I go to Muhlenberg College. I graduated from TCHS in 2018, and my major is public health. And interestingly enough, I work at Walmart, but I'm just an associate. I'm a sales associate. I work for OGP, which is online grocery.
Okay, nice. Well, you're not just an associate. Listen, you're a part of customer relations and customer satisfaction. So without you, right, Walmart would be at a true deficit. So thank you for your service and for your hard work. And last up, we have Herbert.
How you guys doing? My name is Herb Edwards. I currently attend Rider University. I'm a business administration major. I graduated from Trenton Central High School in 2017. And right now what I have going on at Rider, I am in the EOP program. I'm a member of Rider's wrestling team, and I'm also a brother of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Hello.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, there's a lot that's going on in the world around us, right? And I'm gonna jump a little bit off script here to just kind of dig into your thoughts about what's happening. As we look at what has happened in our nation's capital, as we look at the uprising that has taken place, as we look at movements like Black Lives Matter, as we watch and see everything that's taking place, what, if any, what kind of effect has that had on you, those that are in college, right, still working through your experience, and those that are out? What effect, if any, is what you've been seeing lately had on you? Victoria, we'll start with you.
So, for me, personally, I think I'm a very, I want to say I'm an involved person with people in terms of like how I feel and emotionally. I get really attached. And so I just feel pretty, I don't know, with school and things. And I don't know, it's very hard. I just think it's difficult to be a student right now, as well just as a young adult just trying to move through life and get to know things, especially for like people in high school right now. I just think it's a really tough time because you have to balance schoolwork, you have to balance activities, you have to make time for your family, you have to make time for your friends. So I think it's just a really tough time, especially for like coming from TCHS. It's a school that's just mainly, I don't want to say minority, but like it's just
Well, it is.
Black and brown students, and it's tough. And then you have these worldly catastrophes going on. You have these crazy political factors. It's just, I think it's insane how we're supposed to like manage it. And sometimes I guess it could be very lonely. And I just think in general, I think we have to like help more. We have to figure out more ways that we can navigate it within a social setting, within an educational setting, without sugarcoating anything that's going on right now or invalidating anyone's feelings.
Yes, I love that, without sugarcoating it, right? Call it exactly like it is. Charlene, how about you?
So yeah, just to go off of what Victoria said, I feel the same way. I feel like personally for me as a Black woman and seeing everything going on in the news and, coming from a community with my fellow like Black and brown individuals, I feel like witnessing these, situations and also being virtual and also, going into college, it's like hard to like maintain and deal with when you have all these things like, coming at your way. It's kind of hard to like maintain a balance. So personally for me, I feel like, well, what I would advise like my fellow people to do is like continuously to like further advocacy and like spreading awareness about what's going on in our world today, the current events, and just getting the message out there that like regardless of what is going on, we can still come together and make stuff happen and persevere through whatever is like hindering us.
Okay, thank you. Herbert, how about for you?
Yeah, I completely agree with what they were saying. Just to kind of piggyback off of them, from my perspective, like kind of like Victoria was saying, college was kind of hard for me from the beginning, simply because just coming from areas like Trenton and knowing that you're kind of counted out in a sense as far as college even goes in the first place. College in itself is its own task. So then going through college, from my personal experience, I had a couple years in college before all of this hit, but after everything hit, it's just like, it's like it's like you're trying to escape, you're trying to do the right thing. And it just seems like every time something good happens, it's like you take one step forward, take two steps back. So now it's like, okay, well, I got over this one hump. Now I got to figure this out, because online school and everything, it's like, it's so hard. And it's just like, I don't know, some students are actually able to sit and be able to be in front of cameras all day and they're okay, but like every student doesn't learn the same. So it's like some students, like for me, it's very difficult with online school and everything, just because I'm not as engaged as I am in the classroom setting. And even with stuff with campus, practicing, that's completely different. We can't all practice at the same time. We have to get tested all the time, stuff like that. And then even with other things I'm involved with on campus, like my fraternity, we have to come up with programs and stuff like that still, but everything's online. How are you going to get kids to engage in an online program? These kids barely want to go to class, So it's like, it's just at the point where you just got to keep pushing and keep trying to figure it out right now.
Wow, thank you, thank you. And that's for teachers too. It's hard on everybody. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Marcos, what do you have to add to it, hon?
Well, coming from Trenton, my community, I've grown with my different opinions and point of views, and with the traveling I've done, I've noticed that there's a big disconnect with our people from that are not as privileged as other people from other places, and there's a big disconnect on where there's different ideologies, and it kind of makes me think that I'm responsible to provide a new perspective and make them think differently. And it definitely is something that's very apparent right now. And right now it's a big moment on where we can make a change. And I feel that if everybody tries to approach any individual and show them what you've experienced throughout your entire life, you're able to make a change in people.
Okay, thank you. And then AC for you.
So with everything going on, I feel like people that are, in school now have it tough. There are just a ton of distractions, that are going on right now. And that's not saying that, they weren't going on 10 years ago, but I think that now things are highlighted a lot more, right? With just the different advancements of technology and the different outlets and things like that. From a movement standpoint, when you look at some of these groups, right, that are fighting for rights and things like that, I think from that level, for sure, it's been elevated, and it's interesting for me to see, right. But the important piece is just and I can't remember who said it earlier, but just trying to remember that the end goal is togetherness, right. And at the end of the day, we have to figure it out, right. So with me being in the supply chain world, right, I look at it from a business aspect. The world still has to go on, right? People's needs still, have to be met. So, it's just about finding a way to stay focused through all of the distractions.
Okay, thank you. And so then to dive back in on all of the relevant points that you made, right? How does your school assist you or assist students with mental health issues or struggles, especially during the rough times? What additional support systems does your campus offer, if anything? Who would like to jump in and answer that? Charlene, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, so before I go, basically what my school does is they offer telemedicine basically services. So if you're virtual, you have the opportunity to speak to someone if you're having mental health problems or if you're not doing well in your schooling. They also have advising and counseling services. So that's what my school is doing to help students during this rough time, especially us being virtual and not being on campus.
Okay, thank you so much. And listen, we know you told us at the beginning that you had to go, your time was limited. I think we are upon that time. Thank you so much, Charlene, for taking a moment to pop in and speak with us today. We wish you continued success in all that you look to accomplish, and we'll see you again soon, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you, take care. All right, so Victoria, for you, same question. What services does your campus provide or anything to help with mental struggles during this time right now?
So my school, we have some counseling services, and they also offer them to online students because we do have students that are actually going back to campus. But in general, just to go off of that, I do believe that this is a time to actually get on top of your colleges and say that you want more resources or that you need more support and things like that, because I know that although there's a lot of things going on, I think it's really important to hold everyone accountable, especially your colleges and your professors and everyone that's there. Hold them accountable for the things that are happening and like the ways that they go about speaking about them. Like if it's just a short email listing some names and I don't know. I think in general, like the responses that I've been seeing from my school aren't very great, but the student outreach trying to get to them, I think that's pretty impactful.
Okay, thank you. So AC, from another spin, you're with Walmart and everything. What from the corporate level, if anything, is done to help the employees during situations like this?
Oh no, that's a fantastic question. So I'm very lucky. Walmart is, from my experience, has been really on top of things, right? I mean, and it starts from the top down. So our CEO is Doug McMillan, right? And even during the pandemic, right? I mean, he was here last week, so I actually got to meet him and things of that nature. And I mean, even from him, right? It's all about, taking care of our people, right? I mean, everything is about taking care of our people, right? So COVID hit, we started, we offered different shifts and things like that to deal with people's personal lives. We have hotlines that's free to all Walmart employees, right? All 2.3 million of us can call any of these hotlines day or night for any type of counseling or consultation that we need, offering financial services. I mean, right now they just made a push to offer us. I mean, right behind. I'm sorry, the frontline workers. I mean, like we're next in line to receive COVID vaccines and things of that nature. So Walmart, as a company, just coming from the top down, has been very, in front of, everything from the pandemic dealing with the virus, or, just, anyone that may have any mixed emotions or feelings about things that they're seeing that's going on in the world around us, right? We mentioned the Black Lives Matter movement. I know you guys saw what happened at the Capitol, the other day. And I mean, those resources are there, and it's judgment free, and it's free to all Walmart employees. So.
Nice, thank you. So there you go, Victoria. See? All right. So Sebastian, I saw your hand up. You want to ask a question?
I was applauding to the Walmart comments.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you. Marcos, where you currently are, is there any support that's offered? And then Herbert, I'm going to follow up with you, and then we're going to swing into the EOF conversation. Go ahead, Marcos.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that I have a job at a very good company. I currently, most of our employees are working remotely. If you like, there's a lot of, as an engineer, I have to be very hands-on with a lot of the technicians. So if I do decide to go into the building, there's the proper equipment for me to wear to deal with COVID. Now, if there are other circumstances that may affect family leave is a big thing, where many of the parents have children that are attending school online, so they have to take care of their children. So they're able to take some time off and come back and all those kinds of things. Now there are programs set in place to help people that do get COVID, on where they can get paid vacation without affecting their actual vacation time, and other kinds of programs. So I'm very fortunate that I'm working at my job right now.
Nice, thank you. All right, and Herbert, what support, if any, are you getting, or did they provide?
I think it was Victoria that spoke on a little bit earlier. I'm not exactly sure, but as far as my school goes, yeah, Ryder is definitely reaching out to the students and trying to be there for the student body and things of that nature. And they are offering a lot of support, but I feel like it's the student body that's really holding it together for each other right now. Just all the orgs really and things like that on campus, like they're just really trying to hold everything together for everybody, and they're really trying to, be involved with the student body and the students at Ryder right now, just to kind of be there for them, because they're gonna go through it right now. So they're just really have the attitude of, let's go through it with each other, let's figure it out together. Okay. Ryder Greek Life specifically, I'm speaking on, like they really are trying to stick together and trying to figure this out with Ryder University, and trying to have everyone come out one together and together. So
excellent. So real quick, before I jump to the EOF part, excuse me, you and Victoria speak about the students holding it together and the organizations holding it down. When you were at TCHS, what organizations, if any, were you active in? Herbert, we'll start with you, and then Victoria, I'll jump to you.
Okay, well, let me make sure. Okay, yeah. So when I was at TCHS, I was more of a laid back, more quiet kid, but I was an athlete. So I was a 2-sport athlete. All 4 years of high school, I was a football player and I was a wrestler. So I was a varsity starter all 4 years for wrestling, and I was a starting quarterback for Trenton High my senior year of high school. So I was always involved, and I always knew the kids around Trenton High because I was an athlete, and athletes pretty much know everybody around the school.
Whether you want to or not, right?
Exactly.
Very good.
Somebody gonna know somebody.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, and Miss Massinette said you were a state qualifier for wrestling too. So that's what's up. Big ups to you. All right. So Victoria, clubs, organizations you were involved with?
So when I was at TCHS, I played tennis. I was the manager for the boys tennis team as well. So I was just all in tennis. And then I also, with Massonet, I did TSA, which was Technology Student Association. I did robotics, and I feel like I did more stuff, but I'm blanking right now. But yeah, those are really fun.
Nice. Okay. Marcos, how about you? What were you involved in?
So I was a pretty quiet kid as well. I never did a lot of extra curricular activities except work. I was always working. And the other big thing I did, I wrestled. I wrestled for 3 years. I actually saw Herb come in as a small guy and get into a big muscular guy as he went on. So that was pretty exciting. And that was it. I really didn't do much.
Okay. Okay. And then AC.
I didn't do a lot of sports when I was there, but I was a part of the band and the volunteer club.
Nice, nice. Okay. And see, it's always great to have wonderful, wonderful people like Mrs. Brown, who's reminding us here also in the chat that Vicky was in the volunteer club and everything. Listen, it's always great when you leave a lasting impression from where you are. And those clubs count too. Like, it doesn't always have to be about the sports and everything. While they're great, any way that you choose to give back and to take part in your school community, it all counts and it all matters. All right, so the EOF piece of it, someone had asked if any of you were involved or in the EOF program. Herbert, you said that you are. So if you don't mind, just explain to everyone watching, what is the EOF program? What's the benefits? What actually takes place through that program?
Okay, so yeah, at Ryder they call it EOP, Educational Opportunity Program, instead of fund, but it's all the same thing. But yes, I am a part of EOF at Ryder. And basically what EOP has to offer, it's basically like, it's like your foot in the door for college. So it's like college before college, almost like, and it's basically surrounded around low income kids. So kids from areas like ours that aren't really expected to go to college, like there are programs like that to give kids like us a chance, and they kind of help us out financially and things of that nature. But what's really important to me, and why I'm so grateful for EOP at Ryder and my experience at Ryder, is because during the summer before my freshman year at Ryder, I was able to go and actually stay on the campus, and the other kids that were in EOP as well, we all got to stay on campus. We went to class. We had certain activities to do throughout the day. It kind of like molded us to be those college kids. Like, we had to sit in the library and study for a certain amount of time. We had assignments that had to be turned in over the summer and things of that nature. It kind of like helped me kind of bridge the gap from high school to college, because there was a gap, especially for me, with the college workload and the high school workload. But yeah, it kind of helped me bridge the gap. And those are like forever relationships. I have relationships with those people I met during that summer forever, and they're my support system at Ryder. I can go to them about anything.
Nice. Okay. Renee, your hand is raised. You have a question?
Never mind. He already answered it.
Okay, it's already answered. Thank you. All right. And so the next question I was going to ask is, so how did you prepare for college? So the EOP program actually helped you prepare on that level to get acclimated and ready for the college scene. So for you, Marcos, how did you prepare for college? When it was time for you to go ahead and transition, how did you prepare?
I did not prepare whatsoever.
Okay.
It was a very tough transition, and it was pretty difficult at the beginning because I was not really expecting everything that was going to come my way. But I worked hard to always keep my grades up, and I was always on top of my work. And at the end of the day, I think persistence has to do a lot with your college success. And that's I think my persistence is what prepared me for college, to be honest.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did you receive scholarships or anything to help you along the way? How did you do as far as financial aid?
Yes, I did receive some scholarships, not much, but it did help me through my first 2 years of college. My last 2 years, I had throughout my college career, I had worked through a bunch of part-time jobs, so I earned most of my savings to pay for my last 2 years.
Okay, good. And you did it. So good.
Yes. Yeah.
You did it. Perseverance and resilience. All right. So Victoria, how about you? How did you prepare for college? And also, did you receive any scholarships, grants, or anything to help you along the way?
So basically, how I prepared for college, I had a lot of help from my teachers, as well as just having to search it up myself, kind of, because I'm a first-gen student. And so I don't have a lot of family members that actually knew about the things. And so it was really TCHS teachers that were really helping me out a whole bunch. When it came to the Common App, when I had teachers write recommendation letters for me, just like anything of that matter, I was just trying to get everything processed and trying not to freak out about everything. Definitely have your college essays like worked over, like read them, give them to your lit professor and make sure they read them. I applied to a lot of colleges. I think that wasn't the greatest thing because I was just freaked out. I didn't really know. I would say definitely talk to your teachers, guys. Make sure that you have like a support. As for money, I got a decent amount of money in scholarships and grants, and that was because of my teachers pushing for me to actually apply for them. Because if it weren't for them, I probably wouldn't have gotten that money because I didn't know where to search for the money, basically. And so one of the things is that they would send me links to these things, and I would be like, okay, let me do this application, and then it's actually really sweet because they had like an award ceremony where you could actually see the students getting their grants, money, and things like that. And it was just really nice.
Right. And along with your teachers, also be sure to reach out to guidance counselors too. Because I know Mr. Wallace and a couple other ones are really diligent about helping to make sure that they even let us teachers know to make sure that we help reinforce what it is you all need to have as well to go along on your journey. All right, so AC, for you, how did you prepare for college? Were you ready? Did you just dive right in? Did you receive any scholarships, grants, or anything like that?
So similar to Victoria, I was a first generation college student as well. So I had a lot of guidance just from like my guidance counselors and teachers that, kind of help, talk me through the process and, going to SAT prep programs that I was in and finding ways to find scholarships and things of that nature. It helped me immensely. But I was excited, right? When it was time to go, it was time to go. And I jumped into different organizations and things that, would help me once I got there to kind of extend, that journey further. So, it was a scary, but it was a fun process.
Okay. And Herbert, someone asked, did EOF actually provide any funding for you to attend the EOP program rather? And also, did you get any other scholarships or anything?
I did actually. I received a decent amount of scholarships and grants, but EOP, yes. So the summer program is actually, well, it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's free because you're kind of paying to go to the school, but I didn't pay any money out of pocket when I went to the EOP program at Ryder. We had a meal plan at the campus, so my meals were taken care of. I had a dorm room. I kind of had a roommate. Like, you kind of were getting a college experience before you got the college experience, and you got all of that right before your freshman year of college. So yeah, they provided funding and everything, and they also provided everything we needed for the summer before our freshman year as well.
Okay. All right, so I just have a few more questions before we wrap up this afternoon. So I'm gonna just throw this out there. Did any of you experience any homesickness when you were away at school? Or is it just, were you just glad to be free? Any homesickness? Go ahead, Herbert, speak to that.
I go first, man. I went to school 15, 20 minutes up the road. Man, especially like over the breaks and things of that nature, especially being an athlete, because I have to stay around to actually practice and stuff like that. And just sitting up there, and it get like lonely, especially like when you're not with your roommate, like your friends and stuff like that, when you haven't really figured out who your group is on campus yet. And you wish you was home so bad, but it all comes with it, and you get over it. And then you still really start to find out who you are in college. So
Okay, okay. Thank you. Victoria, you want to speak to that?
Oh yeah, sure. I go to a school that's about an hour and a half drive away. And I didn't drive. And so I couldn't just come back home easy as I wanted. And me and my mom are so close. And so I hated being away from home so long. But I was lucky enough because my roommate, she was a TCHS graduate, Nancy. She was gonna come here, but she didn't. I don't know why. But anyways, I had someone close from home, so she was a little piece of home that I got while at school. And so I would say I missed it so much, and I missed the food back home. Cause school food, I don't know about that.
Okay, okay. Herbert, back to you real quick. Renee is asking, was the EOP summer program, was it hard to adjust to?
It was hard to adjust to, but at the same time, though, that's what those professors are there for. They expect you to not really have the hang of it yet, you know? So it's like, yeah, like you're coming in, it's hard to adjust, but they know that. So they're gonna work with you a little bit. And I don't know how it works at other schools, but at Ryder, my professor that I had during EOP, I had the chance to take those same professors for those courses, for specific similar courses in my first semester. So I already knew my professors my freshman year of college. So it's just stuff like that. You know, it's going to be hard and it's going to be difficult, but especially with EOP and being there before you actually have to go to school, they kind of know that. So that's what they're trying to get you ready for.
Okay, nice, thank you. And so the last question I have for each of you would be for you to share with us what are a few of your goals, right? What's a goal that you have for those of you that are finishing up or going through your college experience when you're done? And then for those that are already in the world, a goal that you have set for yourself. And then after you express that to us, please leave our viewers with a closing thought that you would like them to hold on to and remember. So Marcos, we'll start with you.
Oh man, so I've been out of school for about 2 years now, and I've been in the workforce for about 2 years as well. I've made enough progress to realize that I want to continue on my education, and I want to pursue a master's degree in mechanical engineering. So that's something I want to really do in the near future. Other things I want to do, I want to see if I can express more of an entrepreneurial spirit and find my own business. I also want to start doing a lot of community work and reach out, travel, and help people from all the world, from other countries.
Nice, nice. Okay. And any closing remarks that you'd like to leave with everyone today?
Yeah, I think that college is very scary at the beginning. But like I said initially, it's all about persistence and hard work. There's a lot of resources, and nowadays with technology, you can look anything online, and there's a lot of things that can help you out. And there's no reason for you to fail in college because there's so many things to help you succeed. So all it takes is some effort, and with persistence and hard work, I think anybody can do it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. AC, we'll come to you. A goal that you have set and some closing remarks that you'd like to leave with everyone today.
Cool. So while I've been doing supply chain for almost 10 years now, I've gotten really, really good at it. But my ultimate goal is to become the best motivational speaker on the planet, right? When you think motivational speaking, you think about, all of those other guys, I won't say their names, right? But I want my name to be in that conversation of the greats. And if I could leave, just one thing with, just everyone listening, is that the two hardest things for humans to be is consistent and discipline, right? Those are literally the two hardest things, for us to do. So, as you get ready to take on the world, right? And it doesn't matter where you are, right? You can be a junior or senior in high school. You can be in college. You can be out of college, right? It really doesn't matter. As you get ready to take over the world, just embrace it, right? Embrace everything. Embrace the challenges. Everything is a learning experience, right? And, it's all about you. If you want it, go get it, right? Go get it. The world is yours, for the taking. So you stay consistent, you stay disciplined, stay the course, and you'll do whatever you want to do.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Herbert, we're going to swing over to you.
Okay, so some goals I have for myself. Honestly, like I was saying, college really been like up and down for me. I had some really high moments, some really low moments, things of that nature. And like I said, college is really going to teach you about who you are as an individual, and it's going to teach you what type of mentality you're going to have going forward, because you're going to be faced with a lot of things that you're going to have to make a decision, and that decision is going to affect X, Y, and Z either way you go. So it's just sometimes you got college it teaches you a lot, and my goals right now is just to be the best me, and I know what I'm capable of. I've been going through school, high school, college. I know the goals I can set for myself. I know that with working as hard as I can and doing as much as I can, there is really no ceiling for me. So right now my goals in college are to be the best me, athletically and in the classroom. And as of after college, I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be yet for me, but that's okay, because I'm still figuring out. I'm still working on being the best me. And something I can leave you with, like I said, college is going to be rough. There's going to be times when you don't want to do it, but you're an individual, and like you always got to count on yourself. So my advice to you guys would be always bet on you. If you sat and applied to colleges and did everything you had to do, you can make it through. You didn't go out through all of that and do all of that work to kind of like turn away from it. So my advice to you guys would be always bet on yourself.
Love it. Yes. Excellent. All right, Victoria, bring us home.
So some of the goals I have for after college is to just basically, I want to become a physical therapist. That's the ultimate goal. And so, but genuinely, I just want to help people. If I can go throughout my life just helping people, I'm okay. And so a little bit of advice for some high school students. I would just say that you guys truly might feel alone, but that's not really the case. Like you have your family, and if you don't got your family, you got people that you have connections. And so what I want to say is make sure to keep on watering those connections that you had back home, and if you make connections at school, keep in touch with people. Just make sure that you hit up Miss Brown, send her an email, call Miss Massonet if you're feeling down. Like you truly have some great people that you guys can count on and rely on even after high school.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Listen, I just want to take a moment to thank each of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to meet with us here on today. I'd like to thank Mrs. Brown, right, our VP, Miss Brown, and Miss Massonet, one of our awesome teachers here, for putting this together. We appreciate you. I see our principal, Miss Courtney, is on. Thank you, Miss Courtney, for allowing this to come to pass as well. And with that being said, it's been a blessing for me to be the moderator here today. I've had a great time. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity. And I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Brown for closing remarks.
All right, before we end, there was one last question in the chat. Can college or trade schools improve personality traits? Anybody want to answer that real quick? Can college or trade schools improve personality traits?
I can speak on it a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like what I was saying. I would assume like improved personality traits would be improving you as yourself as an individual. Like I would say, you're always going to be you. You are always going to be you. But the person you're going to become, like the person you are now, is not the person you're going to be when you graduate from college. You know what I mean? So I'm always going to be Herb Edwards, but me graduated from college versus me graduating from high school, I'm a way more improved Herb Edwards than I was before. So I guess that's kind of what I was trying to say. Yeah, it does kind of improve your personality traits because it kind of develops you and it kind of helps make you and mold you. Just experiences in college.
And I would like to just piggyback off that. I mean, you'll learn so much, right? And you'll experience, you'll have so many different experiences. You'll meet so many different people, and all of those things ultimately will help you improve. Coming from an area where a lot of you guys talked about it earlier, where it's majority minority, and then you get on a college campus and you see people from literally all over the world, right? It just, it changes, it helps, change the way you think about certain things, and just overall helps you improve. So the answer to that would be yes.
I have something to say too. Sorry. So there's a lot of things you learn in college through studying textbooks and classes, but there's also a lot of skills you learn that are not taught, like small social skills. You're gonna go into college and you're gonna find new friends. You're gonna learn how to socialize with others, and that's a very important skill you're gonna need for whenever you go out for a job. You're gonna need to present yourself in the right way. You need to speak in a proper manner, and there's many other things that you learn just by being in college or in a trade school, either a work ethic and or many other things. But it's the small things that they don't teach you at college that will probably help you out more when you're out of college.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Ms. Brown, can I
Yes,
interrupt a second before you finish out?
yes.
I want to say hi to all the current students and hi to all the former students. How you guys? Vicky, hooray! How you guys? Herbert, how you doing? I was cheesing ear to ear when I saw you guys' faces. I miss you. I'm so glad to see you guys are doing well and you're successful, as I knew you would be. Herbert, I'm surprised at how much you talk. I just because, oh my gosh, look at how much he's grown since he graduated high school. Thank you, Ms. Massonet, Ms. Feliciano, and Ms. Brown for putting this together. It was a great event. I love to see our current students get information from our former students, because who is better to speak to them than those who've already walked in their footsteps. So just thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
All right, so as we close, I wanted to end on a final note. We are prone, this is a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It says, "We are prone to judge success by the index of our salaries or the size of our automobiles, rather than by the quality of our service and relationship to mankind." So if you think about all that's going on in the world, to just know that your success is not based on what you have, but it should be based on the quality of our service and relationship to mankind. And the students that we had here, the graduates that came back to talk to you, are examples of their relationship to mankind and their quality of service. It was the same in high school, and they carried that over to college. And we appreciate you all coming back and sharing those nuggets with everyone. We appreciate that. And thank you for coming, each and every one of you. And we're glad for the success. Nobody can stop what you're doing. Where you came from, you're creating a new culture for Trenton, and we appreciate what you are doing in life. And we thank our host, Ms. Feliciano, for doing an excellent job for us. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you. And we are signing off. All right.